Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So this is going to be my Doctor Who episode 10 video, and even though we did get a trailer for the finale, this episode felt like it was a little bit separate. Like, I don't know that it'll directly continue into the next two episodes. We did see Missy again, so I'll try and explain what I think she was doing, and just in case I don't have time to do a separate video for the trailer, I will address the footage for the finale. I know I missed last week's Q&A too, so I will be doing double the giveaway this week. All you have to do to enter that is be a subscriber and leave a comment. And yes, I will be doing a Q&A. Don't worry, I'll explain everything again once we get through all the WTF stuff, but careful for spoilers if you're not caught up on Doctor Who, starting with top 5 moments. Number 5, Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf. I guess I shouldn't be surprised about the use of fairy tales in Doctor Who. I remember whenever they made the transition from Matt Smith to Capaldi, a lot of the bigger blogs were saying it was an end to the fairy tale era, but Moffat's really the one that spins all the fairy tales, or at least he's responsible for hiring the writers and approving the stories that are fairy tales, so he is the fairy tale person. As long as he's around, there'll probably always be at least some sort of fairy tale element in some of the episodes. I didn't mind too much. I mean, we got Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel. I did see some Jungle Book whenever we saw the tiger. I just kept thinking of Shere Khan. Rudyard Kipling is a British author. I guess you could also say there's a little bit of Wizard of Oz, because whenever he was sitting next to the lion, all I could think was, Doctor Who, Cowardly Lion. Even though the Doctor is not a coward, I'm not calling him a coward. During all the preview clips, whenever they were doing interviews and stuff about the episode, they did call it a magical story, and it did have a bit of a magical explanation. There was a big cut at the end that didn't really explain what was going on with the little girl. It just felt like we didn't get a lot of closure after the episode, so you could spin some theories about how this is going to lead directly into the finale. I don't necessarily think it's going to be totally connected. I think there'll be some thematic elements with respect to the invasion and the spaces in between reality, like alternate dimensions. Number 4, the Earth protects itself. So the creatures magicked up the trees as a way to defend against the solar flare. The Doctor made it sound like they were protecting humans, but really I think they were just protecting the Earth itself. It was a very Earth Day type story. Stop cutting down the trees, they're trying to help you. It would have totally been appropriate to air this episode during Earth Week. They actually probably will re-air it during Earth Week. It's like a separate time of the year. Missy seemed really surprised by the outcome, so I think she was just a passive observer in this episode. I thought it was interesting that the creatures confronted the Doctor with the idea of his own longevity. I feel like that's happened a lot during Series 8. Like almost dying permanently last week. The joke on the moon about not being sure if he wouldn't just keep going on regenerating forever whenever the astronaut almost shot him. It's just the idea that the Doctor is not the oldest thing in the universe. Like there are other things that are much more grand than he is. One of the best lines in the episode was, "We are the life that prevails." That line was actually in one of the first Series 8 trailers, but I think it was the good Dalek, the broken one, that spoke the line. This theme about life prevailing is going to come back in the finale, so just make a mental note of it. Number 3, Clara and Danny Pink. I don't know how much time has passed since the last episode, but Danny apparently still has absolutely no idea Clara's just kept up with the Doctor like nothing's changed. Given everything we saw in the finale trailer, and how positive he came off in this episode, it totally seems like he's going to be one of the more tragic casualties of Series 8. Like in the way that Rory was a tragic character. I mean, he came back, he did get a form of ending, but he had to go through hell to get there. And he basically became a robot. There was that big Clara WTF moment in the trailer, but it does seem like there's a part of her that bought Danny's line about seeing the things right in front of you and the wonders down here. I don't know if there's any truth to the rumors that Jenna Coleman's leaving the series, but you could see all these things and Danny Pink trying to win her over as foreshadowing for her not traveling with the Doctor anymore and just living a normal life. Even in the face of what's going on with the finale, it's possible Moffat could give them a version of a happy ending. Like Amy and Rory got a twisted version of a happy ending. They were together at least till the end of their lives, even if they were trapped by the Weeping Angels. There was a lot of fun Danny and Clara stuff though. One of my other favorite lines was when the little girl was explaining that they were yelling at each other because they love each other. Don't you know anything silly? There are just so many Doctor Who jokes about people being Scottish and complaining, being angry but caring deeply. It just really reminds me of Karen Gillan and Catherine Tate. You know, just characters that were really likable, but yelled all the time. Number 2, Class Project, Save the Planet. All I could think about whenever all the children climbed on board the TARDIS was that this was like a Children in Need special. Like they were doing something that under no circumstances would have happened in a normal Doctor Who story. And whenever the children started explaining things, like the really smart ones, it kind of reminded me of Wesley Crusher being on the Enterprise, just being surrounded by mostly very serious adults. Like it's just something that's a little bit silly. I could see where a lot of people might be put off by the use of children in the episode, but given the fairy tale aspect of the story, Mabe and the Coal Hill field trip, I think it all worked. And just remember, the Doctor did not seek them out. Mabe sought him out. She even knocked on the TARDIS door. It's like one of those rare moments when you know someone is special. Like when the Doctor explained that Gus from Orient Express had phoned the TARDIS. There's just some things that no one is supposed to be able to do, so whenever someone new is able to track down the Doctor, it's just really interesting. Missy even had that line, "This is a surprise. I like surprises." And my number one WTF moment, of course, the finale trailer. Since I might not have time to get an extra video out for this, we just absolutely have to talk about all this footage. First off, Cybermen, worst kept secret of the year. The BBC posted pictures of them to their official page. They even brought Cybermen with them on the world tour. So I personally saw the Cybermen spoilers whenever they were filming many months ago. I know a lot of you saw them too. I will say it's probably one of the hardest things to just omit that stuff from all the speculation and the theory crafting from all the videos that I make. It's like you end up trying to talk around things where it's like, there's this big obvious thing you know is going to happen, but like 80% of the people probably don't know about it, so you just can't mention it. It's just a funny meta thing about making YouTube videos that I've tried to get used to. We can pretty much talk about almost everything now. There's still a few spoilers that were not in that trailer, so if you do want to talk about the finale and you have seen all the spoilers, just please use spoiler tags if you're going to comment on them. But just think about it this way, all those Cybermen have to come from somewhere. There are a number of possibilities. Second, Clara Oswald never existed. Very shocking claim to make. There was a Cyberman pointing a gun at her in the episode, so who knows, she might be talking to a Cyberman that she knows, like someone that got cyber converted. She could be lying. It's also possible that Missy could be controlling her somehow. Like either she's like a version of Mr. Clever and she's part cyber planner, or she's a Tesselecta, or she's just some other fabrication that Missy created. Either way, it just seems like Missy is responsible for Clara in some way. I know in the last episode, a lot of you thought that Missy might be sitting inside a Cyberman. That definitely seems a lot more likely now, given what we saw in that finale trailer. It was just because there was that little eye behind her that looks like a Cyberman eye. During this episode, during the Forest episode, they kept talking about the idea of invasion and things living in between universes, like the creatures existing between the spaces in reality. It just seems kind of prophetic. Like Missy's gonna spring Cybermen everywhere instantaneously, just like the Forest popped up out of nowhere, and it's gonna involve some sort of alternate dimension jumping. Like the Nethersphere is a pocket universe, or it's a gateway between universes. Lots of theories to make, but big things to remember. Clara betrayal, Missy invasion, and what is the secret history between Missy and the Doctor? Why does she call him her boyfriend? In the trailer, she says, "You know who I am." So I think it's going to be really interesting to find out. I know a lot of people think that she's going to be a female master. It's also possible that she could be the Ronnie. I don't know that she'd be the Valiard, but I am kind of hoping that she turns out to be a time lady. I just think it's an interesting idea, like a time lady who is not the master. Moffat was kind of shooting down master theories during the Doctor Who World Tour, but he didn't say there wouldn't be like a female master. I don't know if there's gender bending going on, but feel free to leave all your theories in the comments. Right now, it is all still valid, so it's just a really interesting conversation to have. Be sure to let me know what your favorite moment was. And for the Q&A, yes, I will do a Q&A for this. I mean, it's coming up on the finale, so it's really important. Moffat lies, so there are elements of this trailer that might be deceiving us, and Clara really will help the Doctor, even if she is working for Missy, or being controlled by Missy. Overall, I gave the episode a solid B+. I really liked the story. It was this kind of fantasy, silly type explanation that had this strong message at its core. It's like Vincent and the Doctor, kind of silly to think that you would go back and hang out with Vincent van Gogh, but had this really strong moral message. There's also a big message about getting your priorities straight. Like all the children would rather spend time with their families than go watch the sun blow up with the Doctor. I didn't mind that it got a little political with the idea of eco-terrorism and burning down the forest. I would have liked a slightly better explanation about the creatures that live in between the spaces. Hopefully they'll follow up on that in the finale if the episodes are connected. I don't know necessarily that they are though. And I always like the through line about the Doctor just kind of tripping over his own feet all the time. Like he did tell Danny Pink, you should listen to children, don't over-medicate them. They pick up things that we as adults do not. But then he also forgets to listen to her himself. It's almost like saying it's a bad thing to be an adult in the Doctor Who universe. Like the older you get, the less wise you get, which is kind of funny because the Doctor is supposed to be the smartest person ever. I did think it was curious the idea about all the children coming together as a team when things just went crazy. Like whenever they were in the classroom, they had those scenes where they're just going absolutely wild. But then when they go into the wild, like into the forest, they're all being really nice and they're all much smarter. Like they all get smarter as things get crazier. I actually kind of expected there to be some strange explanation for that, like the creatures having weird effects on them. But I think it was just a follow-up on the idea of children being much smarter than adults. All in all, it was a great episode. I think it totally works as like a one-off. It isn't necessarily serialized with all the other stories, even though we did see Missy at the end. Just remember, Q&A posting tomorrow. Be sure to subscribe to get it. So feel free to post any theories you have about the finale, what's going on with Missy. It's all going to be a lot of fun. Regardless of what happens, I'm going to be really excited to see it. Just a heads up too, if any of you guys are Marvel fans, there's like a big Marvel event happening on the 28th. They're probably going to be announcing their full Phase 3 film slate. I'll try to get some bonus videos out on that too. So lots of Marvel, lots of Doctor Who stuff happening next week. I'll try to have the Q&A up tomorrow as early as possible, so you can click here to get that and click here for last week's Doctor Who episode. Thank you so much for watching, so let's all high fives and rewatch that finale trailer.